Is it normal to resent your partner postpartum? Why do I feel guilty for everything? Did I lose myself after having a baby? These are real questions you guys sent us in, the ones you Google at 2 a.m. and never say out loud. Today we're answering every single one of them. No filter, let's get into it.
Welcome back to the Baby Then What podcast. These are our favorite episodes. And this one is the questions you're Googling at 2 a.m. All the questions that you have sent in. It is a mismatch of everything, and we are answering them all today. But before we get into it, if you're not following us on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube, please go do that right now. It takes 2 seconds and it means everything to us. If you missed last week's episode, we did breastfeeding and pumping, the 4-ounce. Right? Breastfeeding, pumping, and again, we'll then a relationship one. I'm totally losing my mind. So those are the 2 latest episodes. Go check it out. And today is our Q&A. Yeah. Not the fluffy kind. Everything you sent us in. We pulled what moms are actually Googling at 2 a.m. and we're getting into the stuff that nobody talks about. So let us do it.
Okay. Is it normal not to feel that instant rush of love everyone talks about? Because this is one of the most searched postpartum questions and nobody's answering it honestly.
100%, 1000%. There's many women out there that like have the baby right away and they're like, what the fuck did I just do?
Yeah, and they don't have that love at first sight. Like, I actually thought I was going to feel this like immense like rush of emotion. And I'm like, it's really underwhelming.
Yeah, so with Arlo, I totally felt that.
Yeah.
It also depends, I think, truly on your situation pre.
Right.
So it took me a while to get pregnant with Arlo. Adam and I went to the fertility clinic. They finally called. The day that they called to give us the results, they basically I told them I was pregnant. I feel like it's the backstory also.
Yeah.
I feel like, yes, like I can totally relate. I can't even imagine like these women that go through IVF like years and years. I'm sure that baby comes out and they are flooded.
Right.
I don't know, but I can guarantee it's probably what it is. So
yeah, the battle to get there is bigger than that.
So I think that yes, 1000%, there's women that feel this way, and then there's women that feel a different way, and you are totally normal. That's the answer.
Another normal question.
Yeah.
Is it normal to miss your old life even when you love your baby more than anything? Because I feel like this is a thing everyone thinks that doesn't say.
1000%. I talk about it all the time. Jessie and I talk about it all the time. We say kids are honestly the best thing that's ever happened to us. I think that that's just the stage in life that you're at. And of course, you missed your old life, but then slowly, I think you missed your old life really with the first.
Yeah. It's so drastic.
It's just like, so, and then once you're in it, like I was like driving and I was like, I really just don't miss going to the clubs. It would be nice like to go once in a blue moon, but like, no, I don't miss waking up on a Friday being like, I have to get ready for a pre-drink. Then I have to go out all night Friday. And then I have to go to work Saturday. And no.
And is it normal to resent your partner postpartum? Absolutely yes. From the time you get pregnant, you're like everything irritates you. Your hormones are like kind of off, and like everything they do from the chewing to the anything, they touch you weird. It's
blowing your nose. You're like, fuck you.
Yeah, it's just everything is annoying. And then once you have the baby, you're overwhelmed. He's overwhelmed. It's very normal to resent all these. It's kind of sad that these are questions to me because it's like, people are going through this and feeling like,
and they feel like they're alone and that they're crazy and that you're the only one feeling this. You're not. Because, by the way, there's a lot of similar questions that we combined into the one question. So you're not, whoever wrote that word for word, someone else wrote something similar.
Exactly. Okay, moving on to mom guilt. So someone said she's 30 weeks pregnant, her toddler is a stage 5 clinger, and she's already drowning in guilt about splitting her attention. What should she do?
You're kind of not, because from mom pregnant, we're not pregnant anymore.
That's true.
You just had that. I just had that. It is what it is. You chose to have a second kid at the same time when you're like, you know, like there's literally, I don't know, like I feel like you're in it. You chose to have multiple children. Mom guilt never ends.
Yeah.
Mom guilt never ends. The amount if you have 1 kid or if you have 3 kids. The mom guilt that starts with 1 kid is I'm leaving the kid with my mom to go. Yeah. So mom guilt never, ever ends. Splitting your attention is very hard, of course. Like 3 kids is a whole other ballgame than even 2 kids of splitting your attention. I tell people all the time, I feel like I'm a little bit luckier that the 2 are closer in age, that if I am spending time, it's kind of with the 2 of them together. But Jessie just went on a vacation and she called me right before and she felt so guilty about leaving Benny. And I was like, do not feel guilty. You actually just had your one-on-one time with Benny. Go and enjoy this, especially that they're almost turning 5 years old, because this is the end of baby.
Yeah.
Like they're really done with baby. So try and split your attention. There's so many people that go on a coffee date with one kid. All they really need is 5-10 minutes. Like, you think you need like hours and hours with them.
You don't. I honestly think like what I've learned too is as much as the activities and things are fun to do with you, those are easier for somebody else to do with your kid. And you do the things that like aren't the activity bases because they're distracted. They're doing soccer and art and whatever. And like
yes, you're there watching, but you're not physically there with
better
them.
for you to do the half an hour bedtime alone, chilling, talking, doing. So I don't know. That's my 2 cents.
That was a good one. The guilt around how you're feeding your baby. So breast, pump, formula combo. Why does it hit so hard and where does it even come from?
I think it comes from like feeling not competent.
Yeah.
Like I should be, what society has told me I should be doing is feeding my baby only breast milk.
Yes.
And if you're doing formula or you're pumping and feeding the bottle, you're less than. Like you're not doing what you should be doing, what's the best.
Yes.
So I think if you're in that camp, like you doing anything that feels best for you is the best thing that you should be doing. Don't go out and look at these other Pinellas. Everyone's going to tell you their opinion. Everyone's going to make you feel like there's a better thing you could be doing. Don't read that stuff.
Okay.
What is the thing you felt most guilty about postpartum that you now realize was completely unnecessary?
For me, like guilty postpartum was that everything had to be perfect and that everyone had to especially with the 3rd kid, that everything was going to be the same, that I was able to do bedtime every night, that I was able to do it's just, I felt so guilty. And I'm like, this is just the stage in life that we're at, especially also in the first trimester with 2 kids. That's the most guilty I've ever felt. And I didn't realize it until I realized, my God, my 5-year-old just grew up.
Yeah.
Because I basically found out I was pregnant August of last year. And August of last year. And seeing him now, I'm like, you're a completely different person. And I definitely missed a good 3 months of the first trimester of both my kids' lives.
Yeah.
100%.
And then from a postpartum point of view, I think I thought I was going to be more physically available. Like I was a bounce around pregnant girl.
Yes.
Always busy, always doing, always going. And just like the sheer exhaustion
Yes.
and tiredness and like physically not being okay fucked me up.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do things. I was like, you need to go take him to his program. I need to sleep.
Yes.
I can't go.
No.
So that was shocking and horrible, but it goes away.
Yeah.
It goes away.
Okay.
These are the village questions. So everyone says get a village, but no one says what to actually ask them to do. So what should you actually ask people to do? That's a great question.
Right?
I love that question.
Go for it.
All the things that don't relate to the baby. That's my take. Like if you're going to hire a nanny, you're going to hire, or get your family to come help, get them to do all the other things. Like you had a baby to enjoy your baby. Get them to cook, get them to find you a cleaner, and get them to schlep here, there, and everywhere. You have to get your new crib. Ask them to pick it up and bring everywhere.
Ask, you have older kids. I said, can you take them to school and pick them up from school?
All the small things so that you can be with your baby and enjoy your baby. Like if you find the baby stuff overwhelming, then you could always ask for that help too. But to me, the annoying thing is when the village comes to help and they take your baby.
No, don't take my baby.
Annoying. That's not helpful.
No, I want to be with my baby.
Yeah. Don't take my fucking baby.
I love it.
Night nurse versus mother's helper. What's the actual difference and which one do you need?
So I'm assuming a mother's helper is like a nanny.
It's like a young girl nanny. It's like an au pair.
Yeah. It's okay. So if you're a first-time mom, second time of the night nurse, Jessie and I will always talk about it. I will literally sell my organs for a night nurse. I can't function on no sleep. So even if you can only afford a night nurse for 3-4 days or a week or 2 weeks, night nurse.
Well, it doesn't mean
Notice that, Mom, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Well, I leave this baby in the hospital. They're like, take care of it.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
The night nurse came. She taught me how to cut the nails. She taught me how to give it back, especially if you have not especially. Any baby has the umbilical cord. She's teaching you.
You had no idea
for a second. No, and I would say the night But on the flip side, you're paying a lot of money for a night nurse that is like solely focused on the kid versus a mother's helper is more like getting you food, cleaning your house, doing that kind of stuff. So it's like there's pros and cons to both.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the next question? I can't see it.
No.
Versus say, how do you ask for help without feeling like you're failing? I think
That's a really good question. That could make me sad.
I think the thing I would say is asking for help doesn't
Make you a bit
no
failure.
not asking for help because
A weird word.
if you're gonna try and take it all on, it's physically impossible.
It's actually physically impossible. I agree.
So ask for help, and like I said before, ask for help for like the not fun things.
Yeah.
So you could do the fun things,
I agree.
and don't be ashamed of that at all. And everybody asks for help.
I agree.
And people that die on the sword not asking for help are usually the ones that are a little miserable.
I agree. Perfect. I have nothing to chime in there, truly. If I got nothing to chime in there. Okay. Good one. The identity shift. So this conversation always goes viral. So that's why I wrote that in. So
There was a thing called matrescence. I don't even know how you say that properly. Then I'll let you do it. The identity shift of becoming a mother. So basically what they're saying is that once you become a mother, you kind of lose your identity of who you are. Now this whole new shift has to happen. And the question is, did you feel like you lost yourself after having had a baby?
not right away, but halfway through, I was like, yeah, 100%.
I think it hits more like on your second kid, because after your first kid, you can still revert back to your old life a little bit. Like we were still going out, we were still doing things. Not all of our friends had babies, so there was still that world. In this new era of multiple kids, that world is gone.
It's gone. Also, to that, we always talk about it, that your husband or partner was on this baby as much as you. Like it was like a team. It's like when you get a puppy for the first time, it's like together. And then after that, it's not together. Of course, it's together. You're a team, you're raising a family, but it's a very different together versus your first child. Like I see on Instagram now, like these new moms that like are having like kids for the first time and the husbands are out on the shoulder. Wow. And but my mom laughs and like I'm at the pediatrician's office with these new moms, newborn moms, like, do these husbands not work? But literally, she's like, where, like, how are they always together?
I know.
And then you see this second and third time, mom's like schlepping their fucking baby with the thing on the phone. I whip my tit out in the doctor's office. It's such a different shift. It really is.
But then I would say back to the identity portion of it too. What you care about changes.
Yes.
I think that's the biggest shift. It's like what you care to do, who you care to see, what you care to do as a job relative to like being with your kids. All those things shift. And that's what makes you feel so different in your motherhood journey. Less like, I miss partying. Like what? Like
No,
it's not.
That's not it. Not that. But I like the next one was, when do you actually start feeling like yourself again? We get this all the time. And is the honest answer that you never fully go back to who you were before. You will never fully go back to who you were before. Your relationship will never go back to fully how it was before. Feel like yourself. Let's break it down into two parts. So feeling like yourself physically, like I basically didn't feel like I was in my full like real body till 2 years postpartum.
Same.
Like I'm like, wow, I have my body back. The hormones have shifted. Everything's out.
I just started feeling good.
Yeah.
2 months ago.
Yeah. And he's 2.
Over 2. Yeah.
There you go. So that physically, mentally,
What I just said.
Yeah.
What you care about changes.
yeah.
Therefore, who you are changes. And so you don't have that version of yourself to go back to. And what you might once used to consider fun or exciting and like different. Like it's just not the same. What's something about who you are now as a mom that surprised you in a good way? I just feel like I'm more like in tune with like who I am. I'm more comfortable in my own skin.
I so agree.
I feel more of like a powerhouse of a person. Like, I don't know.
Well, it's like in our phone call that we can't, like, we're not going to dive into, like, this week that we had, where we were just, like, the phone call that we had this week. And I'm just like, fuck it. Like, this is how I feel and this is what I'm going to do. And, like, I don't know how to explain it, but exactly what you're saying. You're just like, you're comfortable. Like, I feel you're a powerhouse. Yeah, I feel like I'm a powerhouse after becoming a mom.
Yeah. And like you're just doing more things and you're managing more things and you're accomplishing more things and like
you have no time for like bullshit. That's what it is. You have no time for the bullshit.
Yeah.
You let all that out.
And you just like grow into like yourself. You're like meant to be. Like I feel like it really like
so cheesy, but it's so true.
No, I feel like that whole concept of like living up to your potential, like it really pushes you into that
I agree.
world.
I agree. Okay,
This is the thing.
Okay, so these are just a couple questions, like rapid fire of things that didn't really section in. So it was, how was the birth? Easier or harder in your mid-30s?
I mean,
It was, yeah, it was definitely harder. I had my first at 29, my second at 30, and then this one was at 34. It was definitely much harder.
yeah.
The pregnancy was much harder. Not the actual birth itself, but the postpartum part is harder.
Yeah.
Even every year you get older, it's harder. We don't have to tell you that. We're not doctors or therapists. Like, you know, it gets harder. There's a reason why they call it geriatric pregnancy. Like, I hate that term, but there's a reason why they're calling it.
And like for women specifically, like you start to lose muscle, you lose collagen at 30.
Yeah.
So like when I had my first kid at 30, the bounce back or whatever you want to call it, like by 9 months, I felt more in my own skin. I felt better. The second birth, which was like at 32, 33, basically, like it takes so much longer because like all the other parts of your body, you're just like, right, like not as great.
And we're going to laugh at this because I had my 6-week checkup, but we're going to save this for another episode. That was it. Finale. We finished it. That's it. We're never going back to Mount Sinai again. Yes, I did. That was it. I did the finale. I'm going to post it on stories probably before you listen to this episode. Just an FYI. But it was pretty crazy that it's the end. I don't know where I was going with this. No, it is a crazy. But
it's a thing like when you go into it, you talk yourself up so hard and then it's just done. It's done. How are you actually feeling right now? Not the Instagram answer, but the real one.
I'm feeling a lot better right now. So if you asked me this last time when we filmed, I was exhausted. I feel a lot better. I'm sure you can see I'm like more like chipper. Like I started going to the gym, which was really exciting. I feel like I started to get a little bit of my life back, truly, as much as I'm literally want to cry because the newborn stage is almost done. 8 weeks of being at home with all the other shit with the doctor's visits and this, it is a lot. And as much as like, of course you're going to miss the newborn stage, but the newborn stage that you're missing is them literally lying on your chest.
Yeah.
And that's the moment that you're missing. You're not missing all the other hectic shit that's around.
No, it's fine.
No.
I feel like I'm going to have a panic attack most days. I just feel like I'm always like going here, there, and everywhere. It's like you wake up and you have to make the lunches and you have to get them to school and then you have to go to class, all of that. And you have to pick them up from school and then you have to do this and you have to do that. And it's overwhelming. So I don't know
if everyone feels like that, you are not alone, is what Jessie is trying to say. That is a constant. And honestly, if you can take a trip, that's when that usually does shut off for a couple of days. You just
you feel very grateful and appreciative of your life.
Exactly.
What is the question nobody asked you that you really wanted someone to ask? You said it before. Yeah. What was the first moment of leaving your baby and going out socially like?
Okay, so I never thought about, this is a great one to end off with. I never really thought about this with my other 2 kids, maybe because it was COVID, maybe whatever, but it was Jessie's birthday and I wasn't missing it. But I wasn't ready to go up.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready. I don't even know. It was less than 5 weeks. No, it was less than 5. How long ago?
3 weeks.
It was 3 weeks ago. 6, 5.
When did you have her? End of April?
Yeah.
So it was like early mid-May.
Yes, 3 to 4 weeks. Okay. I was not ready to leave my house. I was not ready mentally. I had to pump still. I wasn't feeling good. I was still high on those drugs. I was on really. So when I got there, and half of them are my friends.
Right.
And I didn't want to talk to them. I was not that I didn't want to talk to them. I was so excited. I was very overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So we got there and I sat in the corner with Adam. Did you notice? And now I was actually very happy. I should bring it up to him that he knew. I didn't have to tell him. He kind of just knew that we had to like sit in the corner for like 10 minutes just to like be like, okay, like we're out in public, like whatever. And then I was totally fine. But being out in public for the first time postpartum with a lot of people, not just on a one-on-one thing, was really fucking weird.
Yeah. It's open.
And I was very overwhelmed.
Yeah. No,
So there was that.
But I think it's good advice because like some people might feel the pressure. Like I had a wedding to go to 5 weeks postpartum, which is like insane when you actually think about it.
I was not ready.
It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. So take your time. Don't push yourself.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Are we doing a part 2?
We are doing a part 2. So that was part 1. And we are going to get to a part 2 all about sleep, feeding schedules, and the stuff you're Googling about your actual baby. So not just about yourself, what you're Googling about, like, is my baby has a spot on their face. Like, okay. Don't forget to leave us a review on Spotify or Apple. Follow us on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. I know this is so silly, but it really will help. And we will see you guys next Thursday. Bye. Beauty.